Hello, good afternoon. My name is Andrea Octavia from Factual Speech 203. And in this video, I would like to share my story about the most embarrassing moment in my life. Actually, this moment is just one of other embarrassing moment that I had because I usually embarrass myself in public or in front of many people without realizing it. Okay, so without any further ado, let's get started. So, it was happened around last year when I was chilling in my boarding house with my friend, Ri and Rinda. It was a bit sunny at the time and we were craving for food because we hadn't eaten anything since morning. I kept complaining about being hungry, but I didn't want to go up. I mean, I didn't want to get up, so I just rolled my body in the bed. Then Rida suggested me to cook something because at the time I was the only one who mastered in cooking, but I refused. I was too lazy and also we didn't have any ingredients in our refrigerator. Then suddenly, reopened her phone and asked something like, "Why don't we just order something from delivery service? We can use Grab or Gojek," she asked. Then that was a great idea, so we immediately agreed with her. After several minutes of debating what we should order, then we decided to pick ayam geprek for our lunch. At first, I doubt about the portion because many people often say that if we order something from a delivery service, the portion or the rice would be more, would be less than when we ate in the restaurant, right? That was a real problem for a gourmet like me. Meanwhile, Ri and Rinder seems like they didn't have any problem with it because they didn't eat too much. Actually, I want to order extra rice for another, what is that, 5,000 rupiah. But suddenly I realized that I hadn't taken my money yet. Feeling pity, Ri offered me to use her money first, but I refused because I was afraid that I would forget about it. So I refused her offer and drowned into my sadness again. Suddenly, Rinda got up from her bed and slapped my back. She told me that in that restaurant we could ask additional rice for free. Then she asked me to write notes under my receipt. My our order receipt, so that the delivery man would ask the restaurant to give additional rice for my order. Oh man, I was too hungry to think something like that at the time. And then in the end, I agreed to put notes under my receipt. After finishing the order, we still need to wait for it around 15 minutes because the restaurant was quite far from our boarding house. And while waiting for the food, I continued to play games on my mobile phone and also had some chit chat with Ri and Rinda. 15 minutes passed, and fortunately, the delivery man had already arrived and waited in front of the building. Without saying anything, I picked my wallet and ran to the front. The thought of eating a spicy ayam geprek with additional rice filled my brain. When I arrived at the front, I saw the delivery man and approached him while saying, "Hello sir, good morning. Is it my order?" And then his face was like, "What's wrong with this woman?" I got confused and took my phone, showing my order receipt. "I'm Andrea Octavia," I said. Then the delivery man looked at me suspiciously. And I asked, "Pardon sir, may I take my order now?" Then several seconds of silence, he finally gave to me the plastic bag while saying, "Oh, I'm sorry. I just never thought that a tiny woman like you needs additional rice for the meal." Then he laughed. I was flustered and embarrassed at the time. How could this delivery man say something like that? Did he just complain me or what? After receiving the money, he looked at me again and said something like, "Don't forget to eat all of that, miss." I was struggling to ask for the extra rice. Feeling embarrassed, I hurriedly thanked him and ran back to my room. From that time, I learned that, and I promised to myself that I would never ask for extra rice again and would prefer to buy a rice to prevent something embarrassing like this happen again. So, that's all for my story. I think the time is already more than 5 minutes. Then, goodbye.